How's it going, everybody? This is Cameron White with White Light Astrology, giving you guys your new moon horoscope for Capricorn. Capricorn. This new moon is happening on Wednesday, November 7th. It's going to be happening at 15 degrees Scorpio, and it's going to be in your 11th house. This is, it's a very interesting new moon for you guys. It's not necessarily the biggest deal in the world because I feel like Saturn being your first house is way more prevalent for you at the moment. However, when we're talking about your 11th house, we're talking about your friends, who you associate with. It's kind of like, it's the second house away from the 10th, meaning, the second house is what you have, what gets created. We're talking about the 10th house of your career, your public vocation. What's getting created inside of there? Who are you getting connected to? The 11th house also has to do with philanthropy and humanitarian ideas and pursuits. So when we have this 11th house stuff of your friends, your social networks, who you're getting connected to, you're more of bigger groups of people in a wider sense. We've had Jupiter going through here for this past year. Jupiter's wanting to expand, Jupiter's wanting to give abundance, he's wanting to bring awareness is a really big thing for Jupiter, and also a lot of belief in this area. But Jupiter has been in Scorpio. Scorpio rules your 11th house, where Scorpio is about the truth, the bottom line, the raw, the real, the nitty gritty. And so Jupiter's really been bringing that out of your friends, kind of like, whoa, it's been really intense with my friends. It's been really, just hectic and insane, but it's also giving something that you might have need, that you're really looking for. So Jupiter's been in Scorpio for this past year, and Jupiter's made you think a lot, really brought a lot of awareness to who you associate with. Jupiter's been bringing good, but also Jupiter's been highlighting the bad stuff and making you really think about it and make sure you're straight with how you feel about it. Venus has also been retrograde here for the past couple weeks. And this is pretty important because as Venus was going into your 11th house and she went retrograde, where it's kind of like, maybe a coworker or someone that you were working with, you try to make friends with, and it just maybe wasn't working out, or maybe it's just something weird that's coming up with it. Venus has just been very specific about what you're really looking for in your friendships and what you're really looking for in connection with people. And as Venus, she won't be in Scorpio at the time of this new moon. She will be in Libra, but she will still be retrograde. She'll be back in your 10th house, where it's kind of about what you're doing, career, public vocation. It's just more of like how things really look on the surface. She's still doing some work for you, but she has done a lot of work in Scorpio, and she will be back there again. But what we're really looking at right here is what needs to be realized, what needs to be refreshed, what needs to be cleansed out. As Jupiter's at the last degrees of Scorpio, and it's really making you kind of reflect, kind of think about what this past year has brought to you in terms of friendships, in terms of groups, in terms of people that you hang out with, or maybe your midheaven is in your 11th house, so this is also dealing with, career stuff as well. Jupiter's also going to be trining the North Node in Cancer. The North Node just switched over into Cancer, just went into your 7th house of relationships, of one-on-one relationships. And at this time, with this Jupiter North Node trine, you're going to feel more called out to really start to trust the individuals that you have in your life, after Jupiter and Scorpio has been kind of like helping you purge what you don't want and what you don't need. And this North Node in Cancer is helping you kind of establish more of that trust, establish more of that relationship, establish more of that that nurturing role within both you and the context of other people giving that to you. So as Jupiter is helping you reflect on what this year has brought for you in terms of friends, in terms of groups, in terms of networks, this new moon's kind of like, hey, let's reset this energy. Let's look for what we want specifically in terms of who we want to hang out with, who our friends are. When we have a new moon, all of the focus is really on that sign that new moon is in. So this is about Scorpio. This is about raw, real truth. This is about nitty-gritty stuff. This is about emotions. This is about how they act out. This is about the raw reality of who you associate yourself with. And this new moon is giving you guys the opportunity to reset those intentions and be more clear about who you associate yourself with, and if they're on the path that you want to be on, and if they are in alignment with, what you're kind of wanting to create, what you're wanting to do, and they're they're fueling you to thrive. They're bringing that ambition towards you. So this new moon is going to be a really good time to reflect on what this year has brought in terms of who you're hanging out with. And it's also going to be a great time to have new intentions with your friends and who you really connect yourself with, because it's not about, just enjoying everybody and anything right now. As Jupiter leaves and we have this new moon, it's going to be about being specific about who you're relating to. It's going to be specific about who you're surrounding yourself with. And with that being said, I just want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I will be seeing you guys for my next video.